Plant bacteria, which can cause cavities. Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but Crestron Health's antibacterial fluoride protects all day.
They stop cavities before they start.
Imagine getting the light, cozy comfort of a puff jacket in a shoe. You can with new hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins. Comfy, soft footwear I just step into with no bending down or touching. They're like a little puff jacket for my feet. Try Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Behind every DIY.
It's more hope than you think.
Try this shirt, Eli.
Nice. Since I'm told.
It's delivered. Some things you just can't figure out.
Don't worry, this is all quick. I think I tried to leave 2 weeks together. Perfect. Because doing yourself doesn't have to mean all by yourself.
What do you work on? You can because they're all winners. More winners! Go for glory with Candy Crush. Play now.
My kids can't hide anything from me. I'm home. Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up. Strong with Ultra Strong has a doggy texture that's more durable. And it cleans better, so you can be sweat. Enjoy the go with Strong.
In Toronto's war on crime,
Good.
first offenders were pursued by the Specialized Criminal Investigations Unit. These are their stories.
First time truth is usually easiest to remember.
Your boyfriend got killed and you got caught during the country. Stand more tons than that.
I didn't kill her, I loved her.
This was your crime of passion with a premeditated murder.
Sometimes it does.
Law and Order Toronto, Criminal Intent. Series premiere Wednesday, September 24th on the CW.
All right, Shahir. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry, just trying. I got things set up at the last minute, but anyways, what's going on, everybody? Chase fan number 9 here. Welcome to another live stream. Today it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Portland International Raceway. It's the Pacific Automations Pacific Office Automations 147. It's 75 laps, and I think the 147 stands for how many miles this race is going to be. So that's why I assume it will be. Um, this will be after what we've seen with the NASCAR schedule. This will definitely be the last race at Portland. Could it come back in the future? I don't know because this race won't be on the schedule next season for the Xfinity schedule. IndyCar, yes, but for this schedule, only time will tell. Um, Overall, Portland's been on the IndyCar on the NASCAR schedule for a few years, and overall the races have been pretty good. Races have been great. Unfortunately, last year's winner SVG is not in today's race, but oh well. We got Connor Zillish, who's on pole. He knows how to get it done at these types of races. Um, so I was out of town earlier today, so I wasn't able to watch the truck race. But the truck race. I mean, I'm glad I missed it, but at the same time, I kind of wish I didn't. Well, the first reason is that the Bill McAnally drivers were all running throwback schemes with Connor Mosack. He was rocking a Kenny Wallace throwback. Jack Wood throwing back to Dick Trickle. Tyler Ankrum was throwing back to Tommy Ellis, and Daniel Hemrick was running the iconic Gray Ghost scheme. Unfortunately, Daniel Hemrick came up one spot short to Corey Heim. Yeah, I had a feeling Corey Heim was going to win the race, so honestly, him winning is not a surprise. I mean, he's never won at Darlington, so yeah. But however, though, the highlight of the truck race was that Timmy Hill finished 8th. For someone that we barely see in the truck series every single week, that's quite an accomplishment for him. I think Darlington is Timmy Hill's best track. Anyways, the truck race like a clean race. It didn't look like there was a lot of things that happened. it wasn't like a caution fest or anything. Could that be the case for today's Xfinity race? Who knows? But yeah, Connor Zilch is on the pole. His teammate Allgaier starts second. Let's see. Aside from Connor Zilch, I need to keep an eye out for guys like William Sawalich and Sam Mayer. They've been good on road courses. And another driver starting up here is Alon Day. Yep, the driver who finished third in yesterday's ARCA race at Portland will start sixth, driving for Sam Hunt Racing. We also got Jack Perkins in the field. Taylor Gray, he's also good on road courses. Austin Green's good. Sheldon Creed, watch out for him today. And the Sacramento native, Joey Hand, driving the 28 for RSS Racing. This is Joey Hand's first Xfinity Series race. Let's see. We also got Will Brown making his Xfinity debut in the number 11 for Colleague Racing. Then Kyle Sieg is actually in today's race, but he's driving for Joey Gase Motorsports. I'm glad Ford's being lenient with him driving a Chevrolet. And longtime ARCA West regular and longtime ARCA West driver Takuma Koga, who's from Japan, is making his Xfinity debut with Joey Gase Racing as well. And then, of course, back here you got Thomas Annunziata and Alex LeBay. All right.
In Central Round 25, 2025, the NASCAR Xfinity Series on the West Coast qualifying earlier today. The Xfinity cars, Zilch, Allgaier on the front row. The back of the road three that catches my eye. Four-time NASCAR Euro champion Alon Day starts sixth. His best career chase start in his fourth start. Very expensive. Let's go outside the top 10. And we're talking about drivers who are trying to find their way into the playoffs on points. And they have to come to the rear. Taylor Gray was above the cut line.
Good, Mom. Just tired. All right. I'm going to try not to be too loud.
The 2024 Supercars champion who finished on the podium in every single race last season. You replaced SVG, but you like to go to the rear. You got to work out. Driving for Colin, who's won 2 of the 3 races here at Portland in the last few years. And I want to highlight someone coming from deep in the field that had a great weekend at Daytona. Garrett Smithley, 8th last Friday night, coming for 16, making his 3rd start at Portland International Raceway. Now we hear from our pit reporters, and one of them actually is not on pit road. Dylan Welch hanging in turn 1. It's an action spot, isn't it, Dylan? Yeah, it is indeed. That will be a fun place to watch the start of this one. But let's talk quickly a little bit more about Alon Day, who starts in that 6th spot. First Xfinity start of the year for him in the St. Hunt Racing number 24. They've been good today. Fastest in the first group of qualifying, and 6th overall is as good of an effort as this part-time car has had all year. And Brian Gage, top 10 speed. We just worry a little bit about Alon getting roughed up. He doesn't do this all the time. Worry about him getting maybe taken advantage of. But I think that's probably a fair concern for the regulars in the field today, too. And the 24 has speed and a driver that knows his way around this place.
Well, Dylan, Austin Hill's record on road courses this season is an impressive 5.4 average finish. And while he's never finished worse than 11th in 3 Portland starts, Austin was honest and told me overall he felt he was not great
track. He's won on an intermediate. We know how good he is in the draft. He's yet to deliver on a road course. Maybe today is the day. The Toyota GR Subaru pacing the field here in Portland this afternoon. To that point, I think he has been one of the most consistent in terms of being at the front.
And in case you can obviously notice on the screen, all three stages are 25 laps in length.
We talked about junior motorsports and their success on road courses. They won every race on the road this year. 7
Well,
dating back to the end of 2024.
and I'm gonna tell y'all this right now: the starts and restart, they're gonna get crazy. That's for sure.
Competition, a pair of runner-ups here at Portland, and alongside Connor Ziller. 6 road course starts in his career. 4 times he's taken the trophy, and it's woulda, coulda, shoulda in the other 2 because he's finished top 5 there.
I just love the contrast in the experience levels and career stages between Justin Allgaier and Connor Zilisch.
Zilisch quickest in practice, won the pole, and he's leading us to the green. Off the turn.
All right, here we go. Pace car pulls off. Here they come to the line. Green flag in the Xfinity race at Portland is green.
Which is not to be suspected at this place. Often we see a lot of clarity down there as they start to sort it out deeper in the field right now.
Look at Allgaier from high above. You can see him gaining ground on his teammate. Allgaier's made all 3 starts here, finished top 10 every time at Portland for Zilisch. He had never seen this place in a practice earlier today. 24 long day out in line. Shelby Free trying to take advantage of the top 0 as we go down the race straightaway for the first time.
He stayed right with him, and this is actually really important for Justin Allgaier. It's not odd for a guy his experience level to maybe be able to learn, but he definitely can learn from an 80 from him who had a couple tap gap in qualifying. What's he doing differently? You'll see it right now in real time.
All right, here they come to the line. Connor Zilisch going to lead lap number 1.
He overheats so many parts of that race. That dirty air is a great learning experience to be right this close.
And we know who the favorite is. And I love the idea of his game. It's put pressure on this young driver. As if Zilisch has ever felt pressure.
I'm never surprised with anything Connor Zilisch is able to do behind the wheel of a race car. As he gets a little bit of gap there as they went down to 3, now to 4 or 5. Start to see him stretching that a little bit. But I think it's definitely this. If we look at how this race is sort of going to play out here, considering the breaks that we're going to have in non-traditional, stops there. I think the situation for Allgaier is just trying to manage those rear tires and just stay within distance of the 88. Understand what he's doing and make sure that you can make adjustments for when he gets that distance.
So many times when you race it on a road course, strategy is the name of the game. And pitting before the stage is over to gain track position.
There's going to be strategy, comers and goers, all the above.
There really is no opportunity to flip the stage. And so with that, it does change your mindset, the way you manage the race. And 3 equal stages, 25 laps, 25 laps, and 25 laps is the stage breakdown today. Just are simply safe. Onboard camera looking at Connor Zilisch.
Control pit stops was the term I was looking for. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I was going to get there eventually.
You had an assist last week. I had an assist for you this week. We're all working together.
There's no chicken flag for you, though. And now just a couple laps in, we're starting to see that gap increase. And we look at these races by Connor Zilisch on the road courses. What's been the most impressive is not just the single lap speed. It's been his speed over the course of a run, how he just does not slow down compared to the field. At Sonoma, when he and SVG were battling at the front midway through certain runs, they were more than a second faster than third place at times. That's just unbelievable pace difference. And we're starting to see that a little bit here already by lap 3.
Unbelievable to me as well. He's going to places where he's never been. I referenced first time you'd see this place earlier today in practice, you think about the other venues that we've been to, so many of those he had never visited before. If he had limited experience, but he picks it up so quickly and then pulls away from the field. As they come down the front straightaway, I referenced Dylan Welch down in turn one.
Right. 3 laps complete.
Yeah, let's give the folks at home a sensory experience of what this sounds like and looks like from down here. Let's go worse into one. Here goes Connor Zillage right by us here. To reach out and touch these cars. It's so smooth on entry into turn number one. Everybody has been pretty orderly until we get to the nice rhythm here. And the rest of the field works here through turn one and turn two. Well, side by side there. The big racers getting out into the guardrail here. It is so tight down here. So easy to make mistakes, but so far so good. Everybody's made it through here safely.
This is going to be a great vantage point all day long. And you reference Sanchez, and you see some lock up there as he goes into the corner. He was one of those drivers that had to drop to the rear after qualifying inside the top 10.
And we saw him lock up in his second attempt to qualify the right front multiple times. Definitely flat spot that right front tires. Are dealing with that once again. In terms of locking up there. That vantage point for Dylan is absolutely awesome. So amazing that you can go down there and be that close to race cars on a racetrack. He showed us in practice. He could basically touch it if he wanted to. Thankfully, he didn't do that. I don't think that would be the smartest thing to do. But really cool that he's down there in great vantage point.
He gave a shot fake, and we're like, no, NASCAR said, get him out of there. 19 is Jack Perkins. Talked during practice earlier today about the success of the 19 car here. With the rotation of drivers over the last few years, Perkins has got an unbelievable resume. Bringing some good things to Xfinity out of the top 10.
He got that he's had great speed in that car. We saw it in Chicago. Unfortunately, it was involved in the incident early. But definitely was adapted to these cars pretty quickly, compared to Will Brown, who's a Supercars champion, who struggled a little bit.
There's Jack Perkins.
Today, Jack has really taken to these well and has shown a lot of speed. And so, what an awesome experience for him. I grew up watching him at Supercars, so it's super cool to see him over here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and experiencing NASCAR racing.
Won the 2015 Gold Coast 600 did Perkins. And he's won 3 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas in the top 10. In fact, right now, racing with his teammate Brandon Jones locked into the playoffs. That's the rest of number 20.
Was recently built within the last
Looking pretty good early here in corner.
70 years.
A little bit of pressure on him. You saw Jack get a little bit of a wiggle out of turn 7. That's one of the things he and Will Brown are probably having to deal with the most in terms of learning just how quickly the rear tires in these NASCAR GP cars will start to fall off. Maybe get heat close to them. Maybe put laps on those rear tires. It starts to lose that drive off from rear grip. And it's something that's just unique to these NASCAR GP cars.
Back to Dylan in turn 1.
I think the only way you can be closer to him is actually stepping onto the track. So that's awesome.
And I love it. It's not just what he's seeing, it's what he's hearing. It speaks to what a true racer Dylan is. Change for the 9th position, Brandon Jones around his teammate. Restarts and starts going to be big here today. And the start of this has been big for Connor Zillage to get ahead of the curve and take the lead. He's the man in charge. We're underway. 5 laps in Portland International Raceway.
Get ahead of the curve with a book. Explore Peyronie's disease treatments at GetSomebody4PD.com. At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. All of Ace has this collection of premium brands like Venture and more, Magnolia Home by John & Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like Royal, starting at only $29.99. And right now, get 20% off gallons of select Benjamin Moore interior paint.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Some were spoken up on tires the other day.
I need some new ones. I was gonna ask you what those were.
Good eye. Those are Arturo tires. They really grip on the street and the trail. Cute dog, by the way. Stylish all-season tires from a company with off-road racing heritage. Arturo puts performance within reach.
Shop Post Labor Day sale and take $10 off $25 spent on more brands. From kitchen upgrades to playtime styles.
All right, we're 7 laps in.
For every $25 spent. Shop the Labor Day sale at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
WeatherJet products are designed and manufactured in America using only American raw materials. Most competitors make things 7,000 miles away. And then wonder why they don't fit. With WeatherJet in your vehicle, they make your angels sing as you marvel. How do they do it? Simple. American technology and American workers deliver quality. Not imported junk for a few bucks less. Get the world's best floor liners and support America. Find your fit at WT.com.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
Problem isn't the machine. It's likely your detergent. I recommend switching to Cascade Platinum Plus. These new products dissolve completely and have done breaking down up to 100% of tough stuff on foods. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Ever wonder how NASCAR Cup Series playoffs work? Outlast the pack, finish first among the championship four, and you're doing donuts in victory lane. Now this. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer, but getting that trainer.
Metal training. I'm all about that race. That race. No trouble. In your arm.
For that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is not together. You have a mouth there. He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
But I didn't know you loved me.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
You've done so much, Pops. Any wisdom you can share with us?
There is no limit to unlimited wings.
Also, another thing I have to know is that it's cloudy over there. It's overcast, but it's not. It's not raining, so yeah.
It's always happening.
I will be live tomorrow for the what do you call it, the IndyCar race at Nashville, and the Southern 500 later on. So can't wait for that. That should be fun.
Without rest equipment included. For a price that stays exactly the same.
Connor Jones continues to lead in Portland, and you saw side by side during our break, William Sawalich up to fourth, passing Sam Mayer. You know, Sawalich is one of those young drivers making waves in the Xfinity Series this year. William races with a supporting partnership of Sound Gear, which specializes in advanced hearing protection for high noise environments, which is a perfect fit for NASCAR, where hearing protection is critical in the car, on pit road, and in the stands. You can check out soundgear.com to learn more about their great products. Stat line looking really good for that race.
Oh, Garrett Smithley just went off.
Of the cars went off there in practice. It was complete mayhem all the time. We'll take a look back here. That's pretty typical. You get your right sides in the dirt, shuts up. It almost develops a rut behind that curve. It sort of forces the car off the racetrack and look in that dirt. Your tires have just no grip whatsoever. We saw this so often in practice. Right here, many cars going through the line. They won't have to mow that grass for a long time because all the cars are torn up, turned into dirt. We've said forever in NASCAR, cautions breed cautions. I would say when it comes
All right,
to 10 and 11,
15 laps to go in stage 1.
off track kind of breeds going off track because you knock all that dirt up on the racing surface and it makes it even more treacherous and slick for those that come from behind you. Right, and that's the thing we saw in practice.
Nick Sanchez. You see he's rocking a nice scheme, or rocking a different scheme. Love to see. Oh my God! Look at that that shot. Look at that too. Caroline Jones.
axle brake after 4 laps. So it's been a tough day, Dylan.
Jack Perkins running 10th. Love to see it. So Takuma Koga is a lap down.
What the limit was. So I talked to Packer Duffy here a bit ago, and he said that pretty much told us we've got a really good race car. It's just going to be on Dick now to get it done. There's not really anything from a strategy standpoint I can do to help him. He's got to just ride it. So St. Tim's doing his job right now here in the early going, up about 15 spots.
Right, he won the race in Atlanta, which is the highlight, no doubt. But he followed that up with top fives on the road at Chicago and Sonoma. So he is very capable when it comes to road racing.
100%. They showed great pace, and I think, coming this season, it was sort of a question, what's his promise on the road courses? He's answered that by being very fast and having great finishes, for sure. He definitely got a lot of those passes done early, which is what you need to do here, considering that we have the control pit stops. He's just got to take advantage of the cars that backed up.
And honestly, I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm not the biggest fan of these controlled pit stops. I'm like they should be allowed to pit when they want to.
And visually, you just see it on track. Hill is there, and that position is big. As you start talking about that regular season championship,
Here's Takuma Koga.
3 points in front of center.
Right, so every position here matters in these stages. Austin Hill is getting closer and closer to Justin Allgaier. And if you look at our lap times, the last couple of laps, if you looked at Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and William Swallow, they're very evenly matched. It's just that 88 car that's been a bit faster than all of them, consistently lap after lap. But these 3 cars that are second, third, and fourth,
Oh, Sawalch is off track, coming to the final corner, and he gonna lose a ton of spots. Dropped to 13th, 14th. No, I think he's 8th.
In the position he was, the position he made up, great qualifying effort. Same
Ooh.
we saw the 14.
Got a little wide.
A little bit better, but still, once you end up in this grass, it's downhill, sort of sloped away from the racetrack, so you just can't get the grip, and he loses an eternity of time, it'll feel like, to get back to the asphalt and get where he needed to.
And there was a lap car in there, so I beg your pardon. He didn't fall outside the top 10. So Wallace back to 8th now as you go on board here.
It's just that dirt. Once you hit it, and if you get it on the tires, or if you hit that dirt incorrectly that's been laid on the racetrack, you're going for a ride. There's nothing you can do. It's like hitting ice in some respects. The second you have it on your tires, you're just not the grip to hold and adhere to the racing surface, and it's where you end up off the ground. You see
Teammates 8th, 9th, and 10th now after Joe Gibbs racing. And their other teammate, Taylor Ray, coming into the back, not making up a ton of ground. 54 scored at 29. Fellow Will Christian Lucas trying to make it happen at the 16, racing at 32. Austin Green for 13th on track right here.
You see Pete Thompson a little slow. The west side of the spring.
We don't need that. Hometown car. Oregon State University sponsoring him. And he actually spent some time at the university this week. We're excited.
Yes.
Those colors because it's college football season. And we've got Oregon State a bunch of times on CW this year. Washington State coming up tonight on CW along with our coverage of the Xfinity Series here in Portland.
Looks like he's back up to speed here. So
Yeah, Dean Thompson was a little slow. I missed the gear or some.
That was pretty odd. Now he's headed to pit lane. Yeah, Dean came on the radio and said that the car just shut off in the braking zone into turn 1, but then refired, and obviously he kept going. However, they apparently seem to think that this is one of the more significant issues that he's going to bring in the pit road, and the team's going to check it out.
He was 17th when he had his problem. There is a little bit of a difference here in the way we execute pit stops. We don't have all the normal over-the-wall crews here. And so you can pit under green, but you just can't do the car when you do that. And, you could change tires here because they've got an issue with the car. NASCAR basically says this is a stop that you can come down and handle your business. And it falls outside the rules as if you were going to come down and make a scheduled green flag pit stop and try to play some strategy. They try to take all the strategy out of this race with those controlled pit stops because we don't have our full-time pit crews here.
These all Dean's team there's Sandhawk Racing going to the dash with the race cars, possibly some electrical issue there for the 26th. They'll try to work through. We see Vicente Salas has gone off there in our favorite spot. First down, 11-12.
It's like a magnet over there.
Unbelievable.
And I think we spoke too soon because, we haven't had a lot of issues in the first few laps of the race, and now it seems like every other lap, somebody's going off track.
Yep. 45 went off track.
Took the entry there into 10. And one of the things we'll see is as more and more cars go off over there, as they get further and further over those curves in 10 and 11, it brings more and more dirt. It creates more ruts behind those curves. It kicks up more dirt, and it's going to consistently get worse down in that area. Kim, as we're walking on board with Connor Jones right now.
Yeah, Connor, a completely different almost a 10-second lead to his teammate from second just now, Gunner. And I asked Critique Marty Lindley, with as good as Connor is at road courses, what you guys saw in practice, what was your message to Connor before the race? He said, well, we did end up in the booth now starting practice, meaning that 10, 11, 12 incident we saw multiple drivers have in practice. So he said Connor just needs to understand that he can back it down if he needs to, if he has that lead. But we know how hard it is to rein drivers in. In fact, during practice, he asked his driver to just go 80%. Connor, quiet right now in regards to the car. He was asking what the lap times the 7 car was giving. The spotter and the
So
team
Zilish has led every single lap so far, and he has a huge 9-second, 10-second lead now over the leader, over second place.
She said he has a 10-second advantage. No, he's just that good. Zillow's leading all Guyer, Hill, Mayer, and Quapple. 10 laps to go in our opening stage.
New Life is officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer. We can now safely go wherever the wind takes us. That's right. It was one of those books that smelled bad, but it was good with, Didn't think this through here. Nope. Don't do it without me. The owner and I are on speaking terms. Apparently the refills are limited. Okay. It's not okay.
There's a reason we do all this shit. Washing and battling over bottle shit. You harness this and put it in that, so you keep it like this. Now you're really
Harbor Freight tools keep getting better with time. Better performance, better durability, better value. Come on in and see for yourself. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Yeah, when I got the call, I was so surprised. Mascots never get NIL deals, but Blue Tree saw something in me. Ever since Big Blue got here, we've been the first one in and last one out. And he's in again. The players have strong respect for him, and he's just the guy you want to see when you wake up every morning to go to work. He's reliable and always got attention. And my God, is he strong. Like, seriously. I'm just reliving my glory days, man.
This sweater? New? You know what? I washed it 30 times with Brazil. The color's still vibrant for that lady. Alcohol. Besides, it's vibrant wash after wash. Clothes look newer for longer with Brazil. Febreze.
Have you tried these Febreze carbon clips? The intensity down gives you total control. I can turn it up. That's my sweater. Or turn it down. Nice and light. Enjoy 40 days of freshness your way.
behind every DIY.
It's more hope than you think.
Try this trick, Nina. Sometimes help is delivered. And some things you just got to go.
Don't worry, these will go quick. This is actually really cheap. Perfect. Because do it yourself doesn't have to mean all by yourself.
What are you working on? A wing with no bone. It's no less smoky.
That was beautiful, Pop.
Thank you.
I loved it.
I love wings. You too.
And you can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. Get this. Get fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Welcome to the Proofing Lab. Welcome to Fist Bumping. Silver Funk. Metal drum tape. It's all 26 weeks of the year. The wait is finally over. Welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only on the CW. CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Blue Chew. Make every lap your best yet.
Thanks for spending part of your Saturday with us with Parker Cleveland. Adam Alexander, Xfinity Series racing in Portland on this Saturday evening. Kim Coon, Dylan Welsh on the pit lane. Carl Lentz hanging out in our studio. 6 laps to go.
6 to go in stage 1. Connor Zilch is still your lead.
The Connor Zilch show. He won practice. He won qualifying, getting the pole. And he's got the fastest lap of the race. You see that Xfinity stopwatch in our bumper and just dominating right now. 12 seconds.
And next week is Gateway. Next week should be fun.
And I think for folks, who have watched NASCAR for a long time, welcome to the era of the road course specialists. SVG, the Cup Series, Connor Zilch here, the Xfinity Series. These drivers who have incredible ability on the road courses, who have focused on it for years, are now getting the chance to show that in NASCAR 2025. And I think for every driver in NASCAR, whether it's the Xfinity Series or Cup, they're paying attention and knowing you're going to have to up your game to battle with drivers like this, because there's going to be more behind them that see this and know you got to be this good on the road courses. Someone that might challenge him as we do our Toyota onboard camera here, in circumstances where the playoff ride this race, I think Williams Squash, young hungry driver, knows he's got to win to make his way into the playoffs. Had the hiccup going off track. But I want to celebrate the fact that he's bounced back from adversity, passing cars and showing speed, and still some opportunities before we hit the end of the stage to get some more ground on the field. And he was the fastest car on the racetrack that last time. As you see Austin Hill going to the inside.
Austin Hill going for second.
Right behind him for many laps here. And finally gets his opportunity down at turn 1.
What? What?
Yeah. What? You want?
Nothing, Mom. I didn't say anything. 5 to go in stage 1.
How many laps did it take him to go from third to second? I mean, he worked all guy for a long time and finally able to drive through. He just grounded out. That's such an Austin Hill thing to do. As you see all guy get really loose there in turn 5, he might be struggling a little bit in the rear end of that 7 car. But for Austin Hill, yeah, he just dogged Justin Allgaier there lap after lap and finally got that opportunity down into turn 1 and starting to see the pace that he has. He has closed the gap lap time wise to Connor Zilch too as we get late in this first stage. So starting to tighten up a little bit. You have to think Connor's maybe not pushing with his over 13 second lead right now. But definitely good to see some of these cars have all gone the pace that Williams Squash and Austin Hill. A solid but quiet start to this race for the one Carson Walker. Let's get an update there.
Yeah, and you can worry about how they solid day so far for Carson Waffle, currently running in the 5th position. They came into this race plus 120 to the cut line, had a very good chance of locking in a playoff spot. So crew chief Andrew Overstreet told me, because we're in such a good race position, we don't have to be on defense. We can be on offense. What does that do for us? Gives us freedom, maybe a little bit more risk in our decisions without too much risk in terms of his race prep. We just can't leave points right now. Carson doing a fantastic job. Andrew, very complimentary Dylan of the prep work his driver did for this race.
Let's take a look at Jack Perkins, who runs in a 9th spot. A Toyota driver update in the driver of the Yogi Racing. Number 19 car making his second Xfinity Series start for the V8 Supercars veteran. This has been a track that Jack has laps at. He raced in the Trains In Series here a few weeks ago. He's done a lot of laps on the sim. He said it feels like he's done everything to prepare. He's done driven the car, driven the track, done the sim. That's what I wanted. This might be my only opportunity to do this in the Xfinity Series and have a stop. So wanted to do everything to make it count. He's done good so far. Only report was that he needed rear grip, but he is consistently turning laps first or second fastest of anybody else on the racetrack. In fact, last time he was the fastest car on the racetrack. So got buried a little bit here in traffic, but the 19 car is quick to be in track position. And that's everything you can do is what he mentioned, running different race cars, running the track, doing the sim. And then I thought he would be struggling that rear grip. He saw it earlier, the car was moving around, and that's just something that's
3 to go.
these race cars just struggle with rear grip as you go further and further on a run. They just don't treat the rear tires well. We're on board Williams Squash, following Carson Waffle here. Probably might be closer up to 110 a little, but he's going to get right there behind the 1 into turn 1 and 2.
He's gonna have a chance here the next couple laps to try to make a pass at Carson.
You know what magnifies this is the controlled pit stops, and you don't anticipate any ground, being lost on the pit lane unless someone were to have an enormous problem when we get to that stage break. And so if you can make a pass here, you're improving your restart position for stage 2. So these last few laps are going to be very competitive as everyone tries to gain ground and set themselves up for the next run of the race.
That's a great point. He looks down into turn 7. He's a little tight there. The 8 passes it out side by side in the backstretch. And this backstretch is sort of curved all the way around the line as you cut that inside wall. It's an awkward field. Feels like you're going 1,000 miles per hour. The trees rushing by on the right side of the race car. Excellent pass by Williams Swash. And to your point, you can't depend on your pit crew. You're not going to gain or lose anything on pit road. So every pass down to the end of the stage matters an incredible amount for the next stage.
2 to go. Pits are now closed.
And who's the best and who has the most speed? The way this race is formatted is exactly what you want because it's all down to what you do on the racetrack under any conditions that matter.
2 to go in stage 1.
Oh, Dean Thompson goes around.
Having a mechanical issue. Dylan talked about that, and now he's off track. This once again is off of turn 11.
And so you can go to the access road as he's heading there to the right. Oh yeah, just overcooked it, and then you're toast into the dirt.
Cooked it and went around in the last corners.
We've seen this all weekend long. Cars consistently, the second they go off in that dirt, spinning around or losing a ton of grip and time.
Back on board with Zillage. We will come back to 1 to go in the stage. Advantage right now, 14.7 seconds. And we'll be around some black vehicles. This is a tough spot.
Ooh.
So he locked the rears there.
Final lap, stage 1.
That's the rear tires actually hopping up and down as they lock under the brake in the brake zone. Got away with it, but that major mistake.
And he did set a record here. The Xfinity record for stage margin of victory, 14.663 seconds. It was Ty Gibbs over Austin Hill. That came here in 2020.
Matt Benedetto's got an issue.
Off track. Final lap of the stage.
He's going to bring out a caution that will end the stage.
That looks like out of turn 7 onto the back straightaway. Sitting there, so let's take a look at the replay. Oscar, yeah, just looking at he immediately has an issue. He pulls the car to the side to get it out of the way. The car's behind him.
Yep, that's going to be a straight up caution. Caution's out.
And that into the stage early, and now the caution is out, and it looked like Benedetto fell out of the car. Not sure.
Look, the car's on fire. I see smoke.
You could tell there was a sense of urgency.
Oh, Zilish is going to win the stage anyway.
Zilish comes back and wins the stage. It's his 7th stage victory.
All right, Zilish the stage winner. Austin Hill 2nd. Allgaier 3rd. Sam Mayer 4th. William Swatch 5th. Then Carson Kvapil, Jesse Love, Brendan Jones, Jack Perkins, and Sheldon Creed are your top 10.
We see Matt here. Potentially his foot. Issue with his foot there. These race cars can get very hot down in the footwell, especially if there's not good heat shielding.
That was just scary.
Yeah. He was definitely breathing heavily, so we'll have to find out more about what happened to Matt Benedetto the 99, but definitely the heat these race cars can be no joke. But it's not correct.
Top 5 of the stage, Zillage, Hill, Allgaier, Mayer, and Sawalers. And that's big when you talk about the regular season championship. Zillage gets a couple of points on Allgaier. Back to Portland in a moment on the CW.
Before taking breastfeed for my COPD, I had bad days. Days ruined by flare-ups. They could permanently damage my lungs. Then I talked to my doctor about breastfeed, and I noticed things changed. Breastfeed gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, my lung function improved. Breastfeed also helped improve my symptoms. I was even proven to reduce flares, including those that can send me to the hospital. Now, I worry less about bad days and enjoy more good days.
Breastfeed won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breastfeed more than prescribed. Breastfeed may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breastfeed for COPD.
Howdy.
Today, you're meeting for coffee. Take another. And then before you know it, hey, you're meeting a family. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Earn up to 10x points on travel and 5x points on dining with the Credit One Bank Wander American Express card. Credit One Bank. For what's ahead.
The IndyCar Series fans in Nashville for the season finale. For Alex Palou, which was the finishing touches as his story. Tomorrow, CJ on Fox. Welcome to the Fast and Crazy Monday. This Liberty Southbound, your California Ford dealer proudly salutes you. Get the biggest deals on Ford's best lineup. But hurry, it all ends September 2nd. Lease the Ford F-150 Super Crew STX for just $329 a month. Go to your California Ford dealer.
Loves the dog skin, huh?
Yeah, she sure is.
It's really not fast. Like always in the crypto, we're down, but
You know, we're gigillionaires now. Wi-Fi works great everywhere, not just the dog's house. 92 best. Okay, welcome to the doghouse.
Expand your Wi-Fi footprint with home internet from AT&T. Plus, get big gig savings of $180 a year with no annual contract.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series is taking America by storm. By viewing races in a whole new way. With young hotshot drivers who race with nothing to lose. These guys are here to shake up NASCAR. The NASCAR Xfinity Series. Catch every race on the CW on My 58. Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best. It's a proud local sponsor of the CW on My 58's coverage of NASCAR. Highlights, sports, and local athlete stories. KCRA3 Sports with Del Rogers and Michelle Tapper every night at 10 on My 58.
This Liberty Southbound, your California Ford dealer proudly salutes you. Get the biggest deals on Ford's best lineup. But hurry, it all ends September 2nd.
What?
Lease a Ford Focus Ford Big Bend for just
You know,
$269
thing
a month. Go to your
caught
California Ford
Matt
dealer.
DiBenedetto's car caught fire.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by Golden Corral. Golden Corral honors our nation's hero. Stage 1 complete. NASCAR Xfinity Series racing for the fourth time in Portland, Oregon. Connor Zilic gets the victory. And we remind you of this, the fastest growing cable network in all of television is News Nation. News Nation respects all Americans and is news for all Americans. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com. We've been talking about the pit stops, and we don't have our normal pit crews here because the Xfinity Series game was by themselves this weekend. So we've got controlled pit stops. Everybody comes down pit road, and once all the cars are there, NASCAR will open the pits for crews to go over the wall and do the circles. It's a 3-minute break for everybody to get their work done. The only way you would lose a position is if you don't get your work done within that 3-minute time frame, or there would be some other penalty. And as we said, the clock won't start until all cars are stopped on the pit lane. You can only fuel during the stage breaks, taking out really much strategy at all. And you can't change tires at the same time you're adding fuel. So just a little bit of a different procedure this weekend on a standalone for these NASCAR Xfinity teams. And here they come down the pit road now.
And if you're a team that's historically struggled on pit road in terms of having a fast enough pit crew, it's an opportunity in some respects.
Grandma's home, by the way.
You wish you had the opportunity to use it right now. You know, that's sort of the difference in what opportunity this presents for some of the teams. But it's definitely the fairest way to do this, considering this race being all the way up in the Pacific Northwest and most of the pit crew teams all in Darlington.
Let's get some updates down to Progressive Pit Road and Kim.
Yeah, we'll start with leader Connor Zilic. He's got the pace. Could use a little more from the cars that
Little drive off later in the run is what he was missing. Little free there at the end. Just a very small adjustment. Not much, though, in terms of changes for the 88 of Connor Zilic. Running in the second position, Austin Hill. This team looking for momentum right now. They would have it if they finish where they're running. That's second. He said he fired up slow as the air pressure built up, but then by the end of the run, he's starting to lose gear drive off. The 88 can get pointed and throttled down sooner. By the time I got on the 7 is what Austin said. He was like, I was pretty much used up much quicker once I got around and make some small adjustments. And then you just saw the 7 of Justin Allgaier just struggling in the corner, tight apex, lap and rear lateral. They'll make an air pressure adjustment. And Justin asked what I think everybody wants to know. He says, we make games for practice. But now he's got to try to figure out what the 88 is doing to be so fast.
I think that's the question that everybody has so far here. Zilic has been good. The Joe Gibbs cars that started in the front of the field have been good as well. Brandon Jones here in the 20, finished in the 8th spot. His only report was that he was a little bit snug the first couple of laps and felt like he was shattering the tires on entry. They think that was maybe just due to the air pressure being too high at the start of this race. So they'll adjust that, and they discuss a chassis adjustment as well, which you see happening there with the wrench in the back window. For his teammate William Sawalich, finished 5th at the end of that stage. His report was just that he was a little bit loose, and then that he was losing left rear lateral grip as the run went on. But crew chief Jeff Mendering, really complimentary of his driver. Remember, he had that off-track excursion, fell back to 8th, but didn't lose his cool, kept his head on straight, drove the car back with 5th. I think they're really happy with the car they've got, and their driver's done a pretty good job here, too.
I would say the off-road excursion can knock your confidence. The comeback can help your confidence. We'll see how it nets out. Stage 2 coming up on the CW.
If you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't need. Until now. Introducing the new MyBiz plan from Verizon Business. Choose exactly what you want. Pay only for what you need. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Right now, you get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Guaranteed for 3 years. MyBiz plan.
What?
From Verizon Business.
Yeah, she got home not too long ago. She's in the kitchen.
But you can go to SafeFlight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Care confirmed. Very easy.
SafeFlight can come to you for free, and our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
Get it fixed now and pay later only at SafeFlight.com.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the things that just will never come out.
Now just refresh. Plateau and just one wash. Guaranteed. In Candy Crush, there are winners. And more winners. Go for glory with Candy Crush. Play now. My oldest daughter, Camilla, she came out fighting. 2 days old, she had to have an open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on, 5 different medications. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, well, that's, you save you a lot of money. Save that extra $200 to $300 a month. And then you do the math, the money we're able to save with using GoodRx, we're able to do all these extra activities. She can get hard to that little skinny thing. So it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by John Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like Royal, starting at only $29.99. And right now, get 20% off gallons of select Benjamin Moore interior paint. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Oh, new Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. For cleaning even mama cleans up. Just grab a pad and go. The built-in solution traps dirt and locks it away.
Wow, still white.
The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power.
Still clean.
And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
The all-new Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
Insulation is here to meet all sides of things. Without the shade, without the bias, without the tradition. These nations not open.
News Nation. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com.
It's time for the race break brought to you by Safe Flight, the Honor Blast experts. Let's take a look at what we've seen so far. Thursday, one day for the NBA Connors Village. It has been his day. Maybe a little bit of a close moment right here as it goes through lap traffic, but not for long as the NBA speeds through the field, a huge advantage, and goes on to win stage one. What did that extra week off do for Connors Village with his broken collarbone now fixed? He said he had much less discomfort this week, and it's gotten better every day since the doctors cleared him well over a week ago. He obviously did anticipate some discomfort in the car today, but didn't think it would hinder him on the track. Village has come back from a back injury, a broken collarbone. The only thing he's dealing with today is slight rash from the glue they put on his strips. I joked with him earlier this week, if it's not one thing, it's the other. But of course, the stage one win, it fixes everything. We'll have much more on the other side of this. Stage two coming your way with Connors Village. Leave with you. We'll be right back. Yeah.
Harbor Freight tools keep getting better with time. Better performance, better durability, better value. Come on in and see for yourself. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Dinner time is taken care of. We got wings, mac and cheese, green beans.
We even got steak and salad.
And cookies.
Dad likes cookies.
Cookies are good.
Family choose whatever plan they want. I save money and can keep the same low price for 3 years. Love that for me. I don't do it, I'm sorry. That's where that was. Found it! Cash flights and country fields with Skechers Slip-ins are good sneakers. Just step in and go. Getting through airport security will be a breeze. Plus, this style called the arcade comes in silver and stylish colors to go with all of your big travel outfits. Skechers Slip-ins are good sneakers. I'm mystery. Jesse loves playing detectives.
But the real mystery is your irritated skin. So always put some Concrete Gentle. It cleans better and doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
And it's gentle on your skin.
Concrete Gentle Liquid is EPA Safer Choice certified. It's got 25.
As a director, confidence was always my
crossing
strong
this.
suit. But psoriasis stripped it away until I got clearer skin. With Gonzalez, I can't wait to say I'm back.
Gonzalez targets and blocks IL-17A plus active inflammation. Gonzalez can deliver transformative relief.
Most people got 100% clear skin some after the first dose.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections, and lower ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease can occur. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Give yourself a chance to say I'm back.
Ask your dermatologist about Gonzalez. Also approved for psoriatic arthritis and HI.
It's time to make some noise.
Kill your legacy. If during the gig, at least one of you would die.
Well, yeah, but podcasts are big on the range.
Welcome back to Portland International Raceway, where Matt DiBenedetto is outside the care center. Last time we saw you were frantically getting out of the car. What happened?
Yeah, there was a big fire at my feet, so it was all of a sudden my feet were getting really hot. I looked down and they were engulfed in flames, and so I, blew off and was trying to get out really quick and in a hurry because they were fully on fire. And when I was getting out, one of my laces in my shoes got wrapped around the pedals, so I went to get out and I was actually stuck. Feet were directly in the flames, and I'm super thankful for these, the heat shields and all the safety gear that we have in these cars. But they were burning and melting, and so super thankful that I prayed on the third attempt getting out, or God to get me out of that thing, and thankful I got out on that last try, and thankful for all the safety gear, and I like the motorsports team. I hated ended that way, but glad I'm out safe.
Glad to see Matt DiBenedetto safe after that incident.
That's super scary, Kim, and just obviously if there's fire down there, it gets very hot really quick. It's already really hot down in that footwell area. That's why we wear all the Nomex fire retardant materials, shoes, socks, everything you wear is fire retardant for that exact reason. Front row for the restart, Connors Village, the control car, this time next to Austin Hill. 1
Once you come out of the restart zone here in turn 12, it's on.
All right, time for stage number 2. Connor Zillis. It's going to be the lead.
Could Hill grab the race lead here? The battle is on to turn 1. Zillich in charge, but lots of pressure coming from behind. They're 3 wide behind.
88 locks it up a bit. Austin Hill's looking to be looking. And nope, 88's going to clear.
Stage 2. Dawson Hill did a great job there. He said, put that in the notebook that he could get a restart like that. Small puts the inside bubble in the turn 7 was just a big late. Wasn't able to get side by side. It was like a single file down the backstretch. Shelby Creed into the top 10. Haven't talked a lot about the double zero early in this race. Didn't have a great qualifying effort. Nick Sanchez continues to climb. He's up to 13. And by the way, if you're a YMC fan, 16 prior to this stops, he was caught speeding, exiting pit road, gonna have to come from the rear. Huge mistake there for that race team.
That was a mistake for control pit stops. Nothing to gain. There was actually no reason to speed on pit road, but NASCAR still paid attention. You're going to speed on pit road for safety reasons. Yeah, that's the best mistake.
Allgaier looking for second, can't get there. Jim talked about the start to this race for Carson Waffle. He continues strong. Jesse Love making some moves inside the top 10. Last year's rookie. As we go on board with Sawalch. Talk about the sense of urgency. The stages are already short and only 25 laps. But that's going to be magnified in the second stage and the final stage because of the laps you lose on the front end with the pit cycle and all of that. So it really turns up how much time you have to get your work done. You just got to go after it.
This is the easiest time to make a pass when the tires are fresh. You have all that grip. The cars are bunched up. You want to try and slot in into a position, gain a position or two if you can, because as the run goes on, you start to see the field stretch apart, and it's harder and harder to make headway, especially at the front of the field. You want to get it done early on a restart, and I think for a lot of these drivers who saw what happened down at turn 1 and how vulnerable the 88 was into turn 1, that could open up the opportunity on the next restart, subsequent restarts, especially that stage.
You know, and if you're Zillich, you want the fewest restarts possible because there are so many games that can be played here the way it works. And you start showing your hand, you run out of tricks. And the other thing I would say, important for Austin Hill to stay second in this stage so that he gets another crack at it from the front row because he can manage it maybe a little bit different the next time.
Differently. He definitely noted how close he was able to stay, even though that outside is certainly at a disadvantage, just distance around that final corner where they are in the restart zone, but he was able to sidetrack being in and match him under braking down into turn 1. So that was very impressive, and I think it's something that he knows if he can just do slightly better, he could easily win this race.
I guess I should say ultimately he wants to develop and get the lead. Why would I want to say stay in second? We got to be realistic here. And the 88 out front has just been electric in this race. And so just maintaining position here and giving yourself a chance on a restart is probably the most realistic goal. And look back outside the top 10. We're talking about Sanchez, Jeremy Clements there in the 51. They got Jeff Burton in the 27, Anthony Alfredo in the 42, flashing up there. Several drivers inside the top 15 getting it done as we get a report from Dylan.
Yeah, let's talk about Jeff Burton, who runs in the 16th position. Reported that he basically just was battling some rear grip. That sounds like exactly everybody else here in this field so far. But the biggest thing that they stressed to Jeff all day today, just stay on the racetrack. I just talked to Jordan Anderson, who's the car owner for this group, and he said the same thing. He said the track's already dirty, as we've seen from some of these shots. Makes it
there's some Burtons around.
The kind of day they need when a 25, who you see here, has not made a ton of progress from the back of the field. So they were ahead of them there. They'll be even further ahead now as Burton goes around.
You know, I was just going to say, Harrison Burton doing what he needs to do up to 20th from the back, and now this.
That's exactly what he did not want to have happen. All he has to do is have a solid day today and just put his cousin there in check,
just keep them in visual sight, and you've done just fine going into Gateway next week to make it the playoffs. Having to stay there, now he's going to have to try and march back through this field again. It just made the day a lot
Few
harder.
hours.
And there you see
Make my way back west.
plus 36 to Harrison, now plus 21. I will say this, though, as you talk about those two drivers there at the cut line, these are big starts for them. Career start 200 for Jeff, career start 100 for Harrison Burton. They got a little nudge there as he came to turn 2.
That was Will Brown there, the 11 from Collins, the Supercars champion from last year. Just sort of underestimated how good the checkup was of all the cars in line there and ran into the left rear of Harrison Burton there.
Send it on to our second stage in Portland. Zilla, Schiller, Allgaier, Mayer, Quappel, your top five.
It's gonna wait here to get
Secure your legacy. If during the gig at least one of you were to die, well, yeah, but I don't want to arrange.
I forgot to wash my door, sorry.
Just work again. I had it unstoppable, so don't drop it. And it keeps our clothes fresh all day.
Ooh, I'm be feeling it at work today. He smells like I'm actually paying attention. Smells unstoppable.
Into the big city?
Yeah, I'm on it. Right. Apparently Progressive lets homeowners and renters bundle with their other policies. 24/7 protection for all of my things.
Hey, I like that you protect all my stuff, but could you tone down the creepiness?
Sorry.
I'll do anything for you that way. Still creepy. Right.
As a director, confidence was always my strong suit. But psoriasis strips it away until I got clear skin. With Gonzalez, I can't wait to say I'm back.
Only Gonzalez targets and blocks IL-17A plus after color inflammation. Gonzalez can deliver transformative relief.
Most people got 100% clear skin. Some after the first dose.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections, and lower ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Give yourself a chance to say I'm back.
Ask your dermatologist about Gonzalez. Also approved for psoriatic arthritis and HN.
You deserve the best. At Harbor Freight, you can afford it. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Dinner time is taken care of. We got
Oh, Jesse Loves missed the first turn.
And cookies.
So he got damage on the right side.
Cookies are good.
Oh wow, that's a lot of damage.
Sometimes things fall right into place. But other times, they just fall. No. But at least you can get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com. Awesome. And SafeLife becomes user-free anytime, anywhere, and do everything you need to get it back on the road. All set. Here you go. Thank you. Take care. Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLife.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Okay, yes. I got it. You just don't stop here. Closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown. Amazing camping. 3 NASCAR races in 1 weekend and it's the playoffs. Nice. In fact, we're looking forward to it. Get your tickets now. KansasSpeedway.com.
Closed captioning for this race brought to you by Varo, the bank that puts money in your pocket. A whole lot going on here in the middle portion of the second stage in Portland. And you saw it in our side-by-side coverage. William Sawalich getting after Jesse Love. The two's got all kinds of damage. Sheldon Creed went off track. And all of this happening up inside the top 10.
Yeah,
Contact has erupted here amidst the top 10. So it starts here. Swallows trying to go the inside of Jesse Love. Jesse trying to cover, turn into the corner. They get together, creates this flared out right rear quarter panel on the two Jesse Love. Take a look here. Once again, they went off the brake. It was sort of a late move, and Jesse was sort of doing the normal turning, but also covering a little bit. Then they go off into turn 4. Jesse's trying to recover from all this. And that's when Jack Perkins doors the 0-0 show. The creative goes off the grass a little bit. Full contact suddenly here at stage 2. Going after it.
When Swallows got together with Love, they were racing for 6th on track. The other thing you got to say is the outstanding job that Love did reacting to it and then going through the A-frames, which is the way you pay your debt to NASCAR if you miss turn 1. Here's Kim.
Yeah, they told Jesse, wasn't your fault that 18 missed the corner, just use you to turn. Right here, they're obviously jumped, but they're telling him to keep focused. There's no tire rub, so the plan is to fix it at the stage 2 break, just again trying to get Jesse to focus. So maybe double trouble for the RCR cars. You see Jesse's right rear fender. Well, what about Austin Hill? He's complaining of his shifter jumping. Lap 30-31 as she came on to put the shifter jump out of gear. Seemed to be okay after that, but then lap 32, it jumped out of gear again through turn 10. So, Parker, how worried would you be if you're Austin Hill?
Well, considering the history of the RCR cars and transmission issues at road courses, I'd be slightly worried if I'm sitting on that pit box because they've had this before where they've actually lost gears. I've experienced it in the last couple of years of driving cars from Welcome, North Carolina with the transmissions. Now, hearing that it's happening in turn 10, so what we're seeing there with where cars go up the dirt, create ruts, as we watch the 48 stages go down the inside here to turn 1. Oh, misses the corner there, and he's going to have to go to the A-frames. One of the things that happens over turn 10 is there's a rut.
48 goes, this is turn 1, goes through the shortcut. 12:13 to go now.
He goes over that curve in turn 10, hopefully not the north turn as you cross and hit on the transmission.
This has been a very eventful second stage of the race. Really good racing all over. You had the incredible restart where they were dogging Zillage in the front. Ultimately, the 88's able to get home, and he continues to dominate this race. And we need to touch on Christian Eckes, who's been a really good road racer this year. 3 top 5s in his rookie campaign. 2 of those have come on the road. And here he is inside the top 10 and trying to take advantage of that damage number 2. And he might just do it down to turn 10.
16 going to the inside. Oh, the 2 goes off a little bit.
Good job with that, but this he's going to lose more positions here. He's just hit damage control at this point with the damage he's got there. Part of the process of the specs, he's got a basic parachute down the straightaways at the right side. That race car slowing him down. It's making him vulnerable. All these different cars were able to get by him right now, so he's just going to have to try and limit this damage on the racetrack as much as he can until they get to that stage break and they can work on that workout.
Frustration for the crew chief Danny Stoddard, who can do nothing about it until we get that stage break. You definitely aren't going to pit under brake unless it's an absolute must. And this reminds me of last year. Love here had the heavy damage and that image of the crew member who just dove up on the hood of the car and slammed it down, trying to get it back into place once again. The 2 cars dinged up in Portland.
And it's such a frustrating position to be in.
Check the. All right, so Jack Perkins is 8th. Oh, yep. Check is 9th. Jesse Love is 12th. Nick Sanchez 13th. All right, Will Brown is 19th. All right, not bad. Thomas Annunziata started next to last is 20th. See Johan 22nd. Alonde looking 24th, 26th place.
And he's just doing the best he can to hang on to the end of the stage right now. This goes for Sanchez.
Sector 45 is behind the wall too.
There's no real strategy to take advantage. This is a dangerous place to make a pass, but Eckes just throws it in and gets the spot.
What are you doing up there?
I'm just posting the number of visitors to the Homes.com network this month. It's become the go-to home shopping site.
Got another 14,000.
What?
Gotta go back up. Oh, 17,000.
Just hand me some commas and zeros.
7.
What?
Well, that's sweet. 25,000
So to do it right, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. All of Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin, Magnolia Home by John Gates, and Clark and Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like wood, starting at only $29.99. And right now, get 20% off gallons of select Benjamin Moore interior paint. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
Jim loved her game craze. Then Brad showed up with game rigs and beads. When they mixed their scents, they discovered they were scent mates. Smells like it's gonna last. Mix, match, or happy with game.
Yeah, when I got the call, I was so surprised. Mascots never get NIL deals, but Blue Tree saw something in me. Ever since Big Blue got here, he's been the first one in and the last one out. And if he's in again, the players have strong respect for him, and he's just the guy you want to see when you wake up every morning and come to work. You know, he's reliable, always has attention, and seriously, I'm just reliving my glory days, man.
This is a story about the Wild, the one who can fix nearly anything, and turns to Granger, who has almost everything. He troubleshoots issues, maintains the facility, and keeps it all on track. Humans even put their work in, but when they see the results, they know he's the one who keeps the doors open. The high-quality industrial products you need, plus a million more. Call clickgranger.com or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Sometimes things fall right into place, but other times they just fall. No. But at least you can get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com. Awesome. And SafeLife can come to you for free, anytime, anywhere, and do everything you need to get back on the road. All set. Here you go. Thank you. Take care. Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLife.com.
SafeLife Repair, SafeLife Replace.
Tomorrow we run for glory stops in Springfield, the PBR Camping World Team Series. Race the toughest cowboys in Northern Missouri for a class you won't forget. Teams fighting, bulls bucking, and legends rising. Don't miss the PBR Camping World Team Series from Springfield, 3 Eastern and 12 Pacific. Rookies wrestling one another for position. The one is Quapple, the 18 is Sawaj, and waiting in the wings, the veteran of Brandon Jones. Great pass by Williams almost there. Into turn 10, it's so tricky. Go side by side. It's so easy to outbreak yourself. Let alone outbreak another car into that corner. But did a great job to gather up the car into turn 11 and get away from the one of Carson Quapple as he turns to his march forward. Brandon Jones, the inside here to turn 1. Now, Brady side by side in turn 2. This is where he gets real tight. They get to make a decision out of 3. This goes back to what we talked about earlier as far as gaining positions into the stage. And it also reminds me of what Sir Wallace did late in stage 1 with that little 37 and Thomas Annunziata second, and the Arnold West race yesterday is off track in the second. Annunziata also lit the grass on fire there over in turn 12 when he was leaving, and he was in 15th. But that fire is continuing right now over that section. We take a look right there. So yeah, it's a patch of fire, like a fire. Here in turn 12, we've had everything else happen down in the area. Why not just have a fire? So how do you appreciate this if you're NASCAR? Yeah, sometimes you can anticipate what they're going to do as far as throwing the caution. Hey, there's debris. Hey, that car's limping. He might not get back to pit road. I don't know that I've ever had to anticipate what the flag will be and when it will come with grass spots. I've not seen that one before. And the last significant rain we had here was 2 weeks ago. So it's like really dropping. We see that the dust down in that area as well. You know, there's other racing series that sometimes create sparks and that gets on the grass and has created fires before. So this is not unusual to see in a racetrack with really hot race cars and dry grass on the edges creating a fire. But I think if it's able to be put out or go out naturally, then that's going to react to it. Let's hope we don't get a caution in on progress here. That's what Connor Village hopes as well. His advantage on road has been impressive. 5.7 seconds here. He had a 15-second advantage there toward the end of the opening stage. But what I would say is back behind him, the racing has been tremendously competitive. We saw the Wallace move. You see Quapple here, Brandon Jones, Jack Perkins. A lot of battles for spots all over the racetrack. It's been all out for all, and
top 10 with so many cars. What we're used to seeing in the NASCAR Xfinity series as Jesse Love continues to try and just limit the damage here, falling back. He actually probably would like the 42 to just sort of knock in that fender tick if he could, but don't get to the tire at that time. But knocking that fender would help him just a little bit there. So if the operator goes by Jesse Love. We take a look at these two down in turn 4. That's a bump there. A little bit more of a bump. That's a push.
Right, 6 to go in stage 2. All right. Oh, we got one car off track. We got 2 of them. Put the 24 and the 51. Yeah, it is.
Is taking advantage. He had that speeding penalty when he was 16th at the end of stage 1. 24 a long day. Racing the 11th win.
As we go from the back of this guy, you can't miss how damaged some of these race cars are. And all the contact that we see around this racetrack. You see the right front there for Will Brown. I believe that was from him hitting the 25. There's damage from A.R. Day. And also the right side there for Jeremy Clements.
And Daniel Dye had a really good second stage. He was up to 14th. But he's gotten a penalty for shortcutting the track. He actually was penalized because down in turn 1 he missed and did not go through the A-frame. And there's the update on the roof car. Still burning, but so far no caution. And I would anticipate what we see here and how long that's been going on. That NASCAR's going to let everybody continue to race. It's obviously very far away from the racetrack. That fire's broke very quickly in that area. Back to that battle for 6th. Waffle and Jones. Jerry Perkins.
These two have been locked together. It seems like this entire race so far. They've been following each other in this sort of battle pack that they've had. So Wallace was able to get away from this. A little bit of pace, but Carson Quaffle sort of holding up these two other Joe Gibbs cars a little bit. Continuing locks that right front. We've seen that from him often through this race. Right now, you just got to be careful, especially late in this run. You can really hurt that tire to go down for locking it up badly late in the run. After it's been going for this whole run.
There's 5 to go in the stage. And someone that wants the end of the stage to come quickly is Harrison Burton.
One car's off. Come on. Okay, diamond. Cause I am fine. And you'll die. Oh God! But nothing. I don't find something. Can you help me? Oh, Joey hands off. Get the 99s back out. So they put that grass fire out. It's far from the track anyway, so there's no need for a caution.
The Harrison Burton situation came in 36 points above the cut line. As we ride right now, he's only 19 to the good. Jeff Burton doing his part up there in 14th spot. Jeff not someone who's done unbelievable things over the years road racing. Not someone you think of when it comes to this style much. But he's taking care of business today, doing everything he can to put the pressure on going to the regular season finale next weekend. And he's got company from his teammate Austin Green inside the top 15.
Here's the 32. teammates. You are. No, God. I wish I could, but it's too late. But this in. All right, 2 to go in stage 2.
With his teammate Connor Zillage and ultimately kind of tired and wasn't there at the end. And you know, the last few weeks he's performed and put himself in a position to clinch a playoff spot here today. While hanging on to the middle race in stage 2.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you here.
Jack Perkins right here doing the same thing Brandon Jones did to him down in the turf.
All right, 1 to go in stage 2. Ooh, that's your position. Oh, nice. Conrail Heritage Unit.
Left the door open. Carson struck accordingly. What a move by Carson Quaffle to get by him and hold off the 19 Jack Perkins. I was just going to say, these three racing a snapshot of what we see in the top 10. When you look at the rundown ending the stage, 4 JRM Junior Motorsports Chevys there, and 3 Toyotas from Joe Gibbs Racing. And leading the pack, Connor Zillage, who's just been remarkable today. Started on pole, he's led every lap, and he's going to get out the broom and sweep the stage.
All right. Stage sweep for Connor Zillage as he wins stage number 2.
Stage victory number 8. That's incredible. And he's got those 20 stage points and will take over the regular season lead in this exchange with Allgaier to end stage 2. And we come back racing for 6. It's Quaffle in front of Perkins and Jones. But boy, did that trio put on a show to end our second stage. Great job by Carson Quaffle there to recover and not overreact when he was struggling and to strike with a 20 made a mistake to get 6th that stage. He'd be really proud of that stage. How about the 2 rookies that don't give up? Sawalish lost some ground in stage 1, comes back. He's now 4th. Carson Quaffle, who lost some ground and comes back. And the driver that doesn't need to come back because he spent the entire afternoon out front. Connor Zillage doing it again on the road, this time getting it done in the Pacific Northwest. He swept the stages here in Portland.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Some cleaning sprays can be ineffective. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser. Simply add water to effortlessly cut through 100% of soap, scum, and grime. And use Mr. Clean Extra Durable throughout your home. In the kitchen for burnt on food, and on walls to remove scuffs and marks. It even erases 3 times more permanent marker per swipe. Switch to Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Brand power helping you buy better.
Love saving money? Then it's time to join AARP. Just $11 per year with a 5-year term during this special offer. And get a
So you got CSX train, Manifest Train M573 with Conrail Heritage Unit leading. Okay, nice. Yeah. I mean, I like both the NS and CSX one, but I think NS did theirs better.
You can get this
Fix now and pay later. Get this. Fix now and pay later. And this. Get Fix now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace. When I switch to T-Mobile, they'll give me a new iPhone 16, and I can keep my old phone.
That's right. No trading. Wow, that's Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 on us. No trade-in needed. See how you can save up to 20% when you check them out at T-Mobile.com.
I knew that something was different. I knew it. I called it. Bluetooth. Bluetooth exchange. Guys, have you heard about Bluetooth? This one small little blue snowball tablet delivers direct to their ear. Stronger, stronger, and lasting longer. Little lady, put your hand out and walk with the dance.
At least we know not all paint is created. So to do it, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. All of these is this collection of premium brands are mentioned more. Magnolia Gold, John Deans, and Clark and Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like water, starting at only $29.
Yeah, people do that. Still do that to this day, driving around the gates. You know, why do you think some crossings have quad gate designs to prevent stuff like that from happening? About your TN. So how are you feeling? But how are you feeling? You're not feeling woozy anymore.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check GoodRx. And by Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express Card. 2 stages down, 1 to go for the NASCAR Xfinity Series here at Portland International Raceway. And now our golden moment brought to you by Golden Corral.
Catching the same thing 3 times in a row, that's something you don't see every day. Anyways, your top 10 for safety was Connor Zilish, Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, Williams, Sawalich, Sam Mayer, Carson Kvapil, Jack Perkins, Brandon Jones, Christian Eckes, and Sammy Smith.
Not only hold on to 19, but get back to the 20 and pass it. Finish 6th the stage. How much fun is Jack Perkins having there? You know, for Kvapil and Jones, this is their everyday thing, and there's something on the line. They got to do it again next week. For Perkins, it's kind of a one-off. He's like, man, I'll take this every day. And he's done an outstanding job. And we talked about the Chicago situation where he qualified so well and didn't get the finish, involved in an accident, but he's been outstanding today. Currently 7th as we get ready for the final stage. Carla?
Yeah, let's check back in with Williams and Wallace. Williams racing with Sound Gear, a Minnesota-based leader in hearing protection technology. But you need in an environment like this, and Sound Gear brings the same level of performance and precision you would expect on the track. And you know Williams shares those Minnesota roots with Sound Gear. He grew up racing in the land of 10,000 lakes. It's great to see a homegrown partnership like that make
Because I am fine.
Racing in sports cars, and it's William that really takes every possible critique he can to make it on the simulator each week. So Wallace takes everything he can during those sessions, and that leads to a pretty quiet radio.
But nothing seemed to satisfy. Think I'll lose my mind if I saw the Can you hear me?
Kinds of things you need to be mindful of when you go to the venue, and that just helps his overall mindset when he goes to races on the weekends and when he's running. Driving is one of the hardest things about road courses, especially if you're new to them. It means understanding which corners are important, which are not. Right? You make sacrifices to certain corners to be better in a different corner. You look at historically, it's
Become the
which
pit
corner is
road.
the longest straightaway, and then go from there. And he goes into such good value, basically from then on. So he's helpful for a young driver to have someone like Jack Hawthorne that can tell you, hey, this lead you can pay attention to. These are the corners that matter. These don't. If you weren't with us earlier, we don't have our normal pit crews here, standalone weekend for the Xfinity Series here in Portland. So really controlled pit stops. Everybody comes down. You get a 3-minute break as long as you do your service during that 3-minute break. No positions exchange hands unless you're penalized. And we did have a couple of speeders exiting pit road when they came off after the stops at the end of stage one. And you don't begin your work until everyone is there. NASCAR gives the signal, and that's where that 3-minute clock will start. Let's go to progressive pit road. We start things off with Kim.
Yeah, and Carson Waffle in the one car. We'll talk about him in a second. There we go. Just some major complaints. He said really tight heat, locking up my tires, can't turn it off. Also, the back end out of the racetrack with that tightness was the biggest problem. So there's going to be some wholesale changes once the crew is allowed to go to work. Rubber on the left rear, track bar, wedge, air pressure. You see the full discourage on the radio, so much so that crew chief Andrew Overstreet said you are still
You will laugh and never cry.
wholesale changes to that one car. Also, the running top five, it was that fifth straight top five finish. The crew told me that they need a lot more of that car. Said it's really tight, no rear grip, so some changes for Sam Mayer as well as Carson Waffle.
And for the team of Williams Sawallis, the biggest
That's right.
concern is staying on the left front.
I wish I could, but it's too late.
The car, Williams said, was pretty good. Said he just needed to be a little bit freer to turn better. They're going to go back to how they started this race. They were happy with the balance there. Just in front of him is his teammate Taylor Gray, whose progress we've been keeping an eye on. He was another car that had to start at the rear of the field. He said he was a little bit snug through the switchback portion of the racetrack, but the biggest thing they've been reminding him all race, these guys in front of us are making mistakes. We're going to keep our car on the racetrack all day, and that's going to pay dividends for us. They've done it so far. He finished 13th at the end of this second stage, and we'll see what he's got here over the final 20 laps or so as he charges towards the front.
Control pit stops are underway.
Points above the cut line, plus 68 now, given what's transpired in their day and where they are now. I'd say he'll take it. Connors and looks the race lead the final stage coming up.
I was known for showing up and showing out, but somebody shut me down. Until I got clear skin. I can't wait to see it. Only 57 targets it was. I was 17 plus after all information. Themselves to deliver transformative relief. Some after the first bill. Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts, behavior, infections,
People think I'm in because I am falling. All day long I think, but nothing seems to satisfy. Think I'll lose my mind if I don't find something to pacify. Can you help me? Oh yeah.
By definition,
That's the definition of fun.
And when you watch this snuggle, your loved ones will feel at home on center stage. The song dance, far away from home. How do you stop this long-lasting familiar freshness? That's the snuggle choice. Snuggle, the comfort of home. Companies.
Also, let's go. When it comes to working from home, I gotta have every part of my house great. That means tidying up, then spraying my grease areas so every little stuff fresh and clean. Put that done, it's time to get to work.
We're here. Progressive Accident Response detected an accident and sent for help.
Did we beat him?
Saving the world, maybe?
We did it!
You love
I already called the tow truck that started the claim.
I guess not all heroes wear capes.
Yep.
Somewhere, Tony capes. Don't say things like that.
No.
It's embarrassing. This is high stakes and wild card. This is brand new
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by Toyota. Let's go places. All set for the final stage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series in Portland in the CW Sports Saturday Auto Sunday. Let's go next. I know going home here in Washington State. That's going to be a good one here on the West Coast. And let me bring out CW with Ryan Lee. I'm not sure if you heard this week. Huge news for CW as they announced the extension of their broadcast partnership with the Pac-12. It's going to be around for many years. 39 football and 13 college football games.
There's a rating thing.
College basketball.
What?
If you get to more, that so long,
Yes.
when the dry part of the lawn there, that's it. It would
Yes.
be nice. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Later on, okay?
Later on.
Okay?
Yes. Okay.
You don't have to do the dirt anymore. Do the dirt and
On the all-time list when you talk about laps led in the
Okay.
Xfinity Series.
Yes, I'll do it later.
He's done it in 7 starts, and here's what's
But if you reach the thing a little bit, you have to run fast around this side only. You don't have to go around the apple tree, just this side of inside the apple tree here, okay?
Yes.
And there's a reason why these sorts
Yeah,
of
will
stats,
be-
the records he's breaking, it's just we've used this
So
term all year. He is
the
a
dry grass will
generational
not
talent,
be,
and that is not overstatement. And I would say that, you know, with
it's not
every
likely to
victory,
get
pressure
satisfied if it's the low,
continue
okay?
to go through the roof, especially on the road, but he just
If
continues
you
to
keep
deliver.
stepping on it, the just push it
We see all
down.
this dust happening. We see cars hopping over this curb, putting their left side tires.
You could
in
have seen the
dirt there.
kid.
Well, I experienced this last year.
They
There's a
put
rock that
the
develops
roof so
on the
fast,
other side of the
Cameron.
curb where you put your left side.
When they were removing the rooftop,
Yes.
and it was so hot, you could have seen it was like really hot when I so flat.
Yes.
And then they're standing up there. What they did is they keep rolling and rolling. They can, you know what they do? They toss the one roll of rope like that. They toss like this. When they hit the maple tree. It's okay. It's good they didn't hit the cement that they just made. When I look at it into the kids, their thing, they walk up to the corner and toss it right there in the lawn. They toss in the tree, that's what the tree is.
Damn. Be careful. They better be careful out there, otherwise one of those construction workers might get injured.
Only 2 drivers this year at max points in NASCAR, winning the pole both stages, recording the fastest lap and winning the race. Kyle Larson did it at Kansas in a cup event, and in the truck race, Corey Heim did it in Blind Rock. So
Connor Zilch could join those two and be the first to do it here in the Xfinity Series. Hey, going back to Corey Hunt, congratulations to him on the playoff opener in the Craftsman Truck Series earlier today in Darlington. Did he hit one on the pole for the Cup playoff opener tomorrow evening, the Southern 500?
All right, we're going green this time. You know, when it comes to races like this, it's not every day that we get a race in which all the stages are the same length lap-wise.
I've been in NASCAR since 2009, and it's just continuing surprises me at certain points of the race.
All right, we're going green this time, but remember, I'm looking at. For some reason, I got the impression I was looking at what's in it, fucking Jeff Perkins or some shit. All right. So Jack Perkins is 7th. Where the fuck's that long day at? Well, I just saw his Will Brown's 4 down. Fuck. He is 20th. Okay. All right. Can anyone stop Zillish?
Each other was exactly what Zilch wanted to see. It did allow either to get a run on him. Austin Hill was able to get back ahead of Justin Allgaier out of turn 2 and 3 into 4 as they're single file in the top 5. Rockwell able to jump up to 4th. He got around Sawallish. Side by side, no position. This was through that little S portion over to turn 7. Jack Perkins gets real sideways there. A little bit of contact from his teammate Brian Jones. They go to that tight turn 6 and down to turn 7. First gear here, very slow corner leads on this back straightaway. Everyone realizes this is a huge point in the race. Could be the final restart. Go all you can. But no cautions for cars today. Again, I guess we did have one there at the end of stage 1, but basically we've gone caution free in these first 2 runs today.
Okay, everyone's clipping the grass there in that one. It's the next to. It's that last set of turn. Well, it seems like. Well, honestly, I picked Connor Zillish. I picked Connor Zillish to win this race, so I won't be surprised if he led all the laps. Hello, Chuck. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having a good day today.
Into the dirt a little bit, but gets it back on the racetrack. Further back, Sanchez doing a great job working his way through the field. Joey Green's been off track a couple of times today. He's 12th to trying to get back to the top 10. And he's one of those drivers trying to clutch a playoff spot in this race. And Sanchez tries to move cars in this race up 16 spots right at the start there. Coming from the back of this field throughout the race. He was controlling his stops. He's done it all on the racetrack. Just like we saw there from Sheldon Creed. Now looking after Christian Eckes. You know, sometimes it's not a race win that does it for you. It's a day like this where you have to roll up your sleeves and really delivers confidence and momentum. This could be that kind of day for Sanchez. It's a confidence builder, like you said. When you can drive through the field.
All right, 19 laps to go. Gee, I've seen Kyle Busch lead every single lap in the race. I've seen Christian Eckes do it in a truck race. But Connor Zillish today, never seen anything like this.
Just a little bit and solidly inside the top 15 with situation when you look at where Zilch is, because even though he was injured, had a broken collarbone, the reason he starts last week at Daytona is to get those points, right? You get to the car, gets out, you get in, and you go out and maximize the day. And now you look at the advantage he has and just the toughness to fight through like he has. So impressive. And I like what I see here. These two teammates, opposite ends of the spectrum, on experience going at it for the regular season title.
And you think about his season overall, missing the race at Texas. Kyle Larson gets in the car and still being the fight. Obviously, what went down last week at Daytona. The reason that all went down, like we said, was to keep in contention for this regular season title. It's so valuable. Those 15 playoff points, we know every point matters when you get the playoffs. And those rounds, you want that insurance to get to Phoenix. That's exactly what the 88 team is being able to pull off here. But I think for the 7, he's kept in touch best he possibly can here in fighting with the 21 and with the 88, not giving up too much. If he walks out here just 8 back in a gateway, knowing he has experience there, I think that could be his chance.
Advantage today, Connor Zilch, because we're on the road course. Advantage next week goes to Justin Allgaier. We'll have it all for you on the CW. 17 laps to go.
Away with the fun. It's no less story.
That was beautiful, Pop.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love winning. You too. There it is.
People always said I could ride a balloon, but psoriasis, it's so much harder. Until I got clear skin. With Benzellix, I can't wait to say I'm back.
Only Benzellix targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation. Benzellix can deliver transformative relief.
Most people got 100% clear skin. So, after the first dose,
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections, and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
give yourself a chance to say I'm back.
Ask your dermatologist about Benzellix. Also approved for
Well, Connor Zilch has led every lap.
The best. At Harbor Freight, you can afford it. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Okay, your home auto and business vehicle are all protected with Progressive. Nice. Visibility loaning when
How is your body feeling?
Sounds like someone could use a vacation.
Are you 100%?
Like taking a break from the stresses of life and work. I like when I'm walking everyone's hours so I can just sit for a while. I like when I make the delivery
What
on
else
my van
is
and the
it?
phone comes on that hike. So like when I take my work van to the car wash and then fall quiet in that tunnel for like 5 minutes. No, it's like when you go away and take pictures and I don't know, I've never been on it either.
So yeah, Matt DiBenedetto's done for the day.
Oh, what happened?
His car caught fire and he said his feet were engulfed in flames.
Oh, no.
So yeah, we got 15 to go now.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free, and our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Get it fixed now and pay later only at SafeLight.com.
Welcome to the Proving Ground. Welcome to Fist Bump. Cylinder thump. Metal thump. All of it right there. It's all for 26 weeks leading to the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Only on the CW.
Closed captioning for this race brought to you by Borrow, the bank that puts money in your pocket. 14 laps to go. NASCAR Xfinity Series.
As you can see, Connor Zilch has led all 60 laps.
Austin Hill second, Allgaier, Quapple, Sawallich, the top 5. Back in 6th is Jack Perkins having a great day. We're going to get an update later from all the first not so good for his Australian.
Who?
That's easy.
He's not in this race. Besides, he's in Darlington. I don't think it'll be too much for him to fly from one side of the country to the other.
Follow
Also, that driver from Sacramento, Joey Hand, is in this race. He's driving for Ryan Sieg Racing in the 25th. He's driving the 28 car. Kyle Sieg, who the original driver, at least both RSS Racing and Ford are being lenient by having him drive a Chevrolet for Joey Gase Motorsports, albeit it's a blank car. Then here we have Jack Perkins driving for Joe Gibbs Racing. It's his second start because he did Chicago last month. If you thought Hefty was one sponsor in NASCAR, well, Parker Retzlaff, he's got Ziploc on his car. Oh, yeah, what's his name? Will Brown's done for the day, same with Alex LeBay. Takuma Koga's 32nd. Kyle Sieg's driving the 53. He's 31st. And that Israeli driver, Alon Day, is 21st.
Just want to go back to something that Steve McCauley, the crew chief for Brandon Jones, has reiterated all year, that Brandon's work that he's putting off the racetrack on improving his own road course craft continues to pay dividends. This has been a really good stretch this summer as he does some short tracking there through the back part portion of his course. Really, really good effort and reward.
12 to go. There was also a grass fire there after one of the cars burned the grass. But it was far enough from the track to not warrant a caution. I swear, throughout this whole race, it looks like it wants to rain there so badly. And the thing is, they had rain in Portland about a week or two ago.
Charlotte had the penalty earlier in the season. He said, we know we've left points out there, but honestly, it just gives us confidence going forward.
Yeah, he's done a great job, here today up in the top 10 once again. Shelby Creed here had a left rear go down into turns 10, 11, and 12, spun out into the grass, had to go to the access road. Also, Anthony Alfredo was stopped here on track.
Oh, caution! And Thomas Annunziata's off track.
We've got a caution on the racetrack. Caution is out. Just over 10 laps to go. Not what you want to see if you're Connors that will try to cruise control out front.
Oh, boy.
We had the caution that came out there final lap of stage 1 when the Benedetto had the problem and pulled off. Other than that, this is our first caution for incident, only the third caution overall today. And it means another restart opportunity for Austin Hill.
Oh, no.
Right, here's what happened to Shelby Creed. So he's already off the racetrack there. So having further back, I think the left rear was already down. You
Yep.
can see that.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed just went for a spin.
Out of turn 7, as he got towards the end of the straightaway, that left rear went down. And he actually spins here on the track, but then goes to the access road. He had to cross the track from the drag strip to get to pit road, wait for all the cars to go by.
Yeah, Portland Raceway has a drag strip.
Here's Thomas Annunziata going off.
Boom, wow.
Turn 4. He got this back going, but the 42, Nancy Alfredo, was actually stopped out of turn 2 on the racetrack, which is what brought out the caution. I saw the deal with Creed, and I was nervous, and he did a good job of staying out of harm's way, getting back to pit road. You mentioned Annunziata, and ultimately it's Alfredo who generates this caution. Now, I will say this. We talk about there not being a lot of strategy. Teams do have a set of tires, and the one thing that a few crew chiefs told me is that if you don't have a ton of track position in a situation like this, you have that set of tires, you come down, maybe you get them, and you can drive through and net out
We're gonna have a shot with less than 10 laps to go.
I'd say the whole field could get together and say we're all idiots right here. You agree with my assessment? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think if you're outside the top 10 on that, for sure you can just get those tires. It can be worth something here. We talk about Creed having the problem. He was probably going to be in a position where he could have clinched a playoff spot when you looked at his advantage over the cut line. That likely goes away now, depending on how the race wraps up. I will say this, though. Carson Quapple running up there inside the top 5 came in with an advantage of 120 points over the cut line. The big deal is if you leave here and you don't get a new winner, what's your advantage over 12, protecting against a new winner next week in the regular season finale. All that factored in, it looks like Waffle's going to have a real shot to exit today with a playoff position in hand on points.
Sheldon Creek got that left rear replaced. Gets going.
Going to get a restart. Inside of 10 laps to go. It's been the Connor Zillage show. He's led every lap. Can he finish the deal at Portland?
Ron Margaret's severe bone symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Sky Rescue.
I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief in 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helps visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission in 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years. Don't use allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms of vaccine.
Austin Hill almost took the lead on one of the restarts, but Austin kind of was able to outduel him. Carson Quapple's running fourth. He's a good run for once in his career. To see. Also, next week NASCAR is going to be in Gateway near Kenny, where Kenny Wallace is. I reviewed my videos and they all came out good. Aside from other circumstances, the videos came out good. For some reason, I thought Josh Williams was supposed to be in this race, but it's next week. It's kind of odd. There's 37 cars in this race. You think someone like the 91 or the 50 of Preston Partis would come in just for a field filler?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD to help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
It's a Northwest showdown.
Look, the one from that guy.
Yeah. Governor Foxington and the Kitty.
It's when we're all done here in Portland.
Is that in the movie?
Yeah, it was like one of those background pictures.
How's your fantasy team look? You feeling positive about the draft coming up? Oh, you haven't even drafted yet. Now, see, that's smart. Yeah, because a lot of transactions take place here in the last week or so, and if you draft early, you miss out on that.
I need you to draft my team.
No, mine's terrible, I gotta be honest. Let's go to Kim.
Chrissy Chad Haney calls the shots for Austin Hill, who's in the catbird seat. P2 to Connor Zillage.
Someone posted this on that picture on Twitter and said that could be like a good screenshot for the background, like a wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long run, but I mean, we can get a good restart here. You never know. You never know what's going to happen on these things.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You know, this interview and Hill's positioning here reminds me of the conversation that you and I talked about you had with Austin Hill. Because of their penalty and the way that they utilize the waiver, they're not going to have any playoff points before the playoffs begin. So now they just try to play defense and keep everyone else from getting points. Opportunity to do it here.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating conversation at Daytona because I asked him, what is your motivation and stages, or obviously winning races, and of course you want to win races, but he basically said, hey, look, the way we look at it is if we get those playoff points, which we don't really get, it stops our competition from getting more playoff points. And that's how the 21 team has looked at these races. And so it's just fascinating for him. You know, of course, beating Connor Zillage would be massive in many respects, but also just in the fact of stopping the 88 team from having 5 more playoff points as we go towards playoffs.
Came in with 36. He got 2 more today with the stage win. Should get 5 if he wins the race. And we go back to Watkins Glen. These two racing at the front, and Hill pushed him out of the way. Zillage would come back and win the race, but that's what it's going to be like on a restart here inside 10 laps to go. You know it's going to get physical at the front.
And you know Austin Hill is not afraid of the ramifications of using the bumper whatsoever. He's shown that consistently in his career. He is a very aggressive driver. He says he's fair. Some drivers may look at that differently, but
but he is not afraid to use that bumper to his advantage. As you saw that Watkins button, he thought it was his best chance to give the 88 some sort of trouble, maybe getting back to the field, as he was easily able to do it, but he thought if he could just do that, get away, possibly has a chance to win. I'm sure he's thinking something similar here as we get this late race restart.
Harrison Burton is on. And this is exactly what you guys talked about with the possibility of some teams a little deeper in the lineup heading here to put 4 tires on. That's exactly what Harrison Burton did here. They were 26th or 27th, I believe, on the leaderboard, so not much to lose. You may as well come down, put a fresh set of tires on, and see how many spots you can pick up. It all matters. It all makes a difference, even if it's 1 or 2 spots. That may be all you need come next week at Gateway, Tim.
Yeah, the number of teams I talked to today said restarts were the best opportunity to get track position. The 88 team knows that. Crew Chief Marty Lindley just came on the radio, told his driver, Connor Zillage, everyone thinks this is their shot to win the race against you. He left it with these words: you gotta give to live.
I like it. Smart. Marty's a smooth operator of that 88 team, and obviously all the success that they've had this year. It's a major testament to his preparation and ability on the box, but also in getting in the mind of this young driver and trying to coach him through moments like this. We saw it earlier in the season when they had issues. Connor was sometimes maybe a little aggressive with the race car and beating it up, and Marty definitely talked to him about that and said, hey, look, you got to look at your speed advantage. You got to look at what you do so well. You don't need to beat up this race car coming back to the field if we had an issue. Connor has corrected a lot of that, but it's a consistent process when you go back to the fact that Connor's just 19 years old. He's still doing a lot of learning.
I said it last week, Lindley's done such a good job of managing this 88 team as a whole. You go back to this morning, Zillage was out with a back injury. Kyle Larson comes in, wins the race. I look at how everything went with you guys last week at Daytona and how you oversaw that situation. Just a tremendous leader for the young driver and overall for this race team that's faced so many adversities this year. And I also want to point this out. No one got the free pass here just because of the way that the thing cycled out. He was a lap down at the time of caution. However, Sheldon Creed is 1 lap down. Should we get another caution, and we know that's a real possibility because we said things could get physical here, Creed could get back on the lead lap and make up a bunch of positions late if we were to get another caution before this thing wraps.
There was a movie about Gandhi a long time ago, and Ben Kingsley was the lead character.
Running around the top 10, outside the top 10 most of the day, so he would love that opportunity to try and drive back to the field if he could get back on the lap.
Cut down the back straightaway, we'll do the choose, and then we'll be coming back to the green, and we'll get it with 7 laps remaining. We've had some really interesting restarts late here at Portland. And it seems like every time we get a late restart here, there's some drama, and the lead changes hands. We'll see if it happens here today.
One car I have my eye on as we get to this restart would be that 7 of Justin Allgaier. We've seen on these restarts, he's been able to get close to even be beside the 88 and sort of split the 21 and the 88. If he's able to get a good enough restart, stay close enough to Connor, has the room, he could try to make it 3 wide through the middle down into turn 1, which if you put Austin Hill in a really tough position, being the 3rd car on the outside into turn 1, so this is going to be interesting to watch. I think if he wants to be aggressive,
Robbie Williams in the movie
You also
too.
have to make sure you don't get out of line before you exit the restart zone. That's a penalty. And Sheldon Creed was penalized running up in the top couple of rows on restart late last year. And the other thing I would point out, this would be the 3rd restart today where Austin Hill is on the car row with Connor Zillage. How many tricks does the 88 have up his sleeve, and how does he manage this restart, knowing that Hill could be somewhat familiar with his tendencies on these restarts?
The first
All
one,
right, here we go.
The last one wasn't quite as good. We'll see what he has here.
7 laps to go. How the restart run? From turn 12 to the front straightaway. Time to settle it in Portland.
All right, Austin Hill's going to get a huge jump. He's getting a push from Carson Kvapil.
It's going to be Austin Hill taking the lead into turn 1. Zillage is there looking so off the line.
Oh, and Connor Zillage gets.
Have to go through the A-frames. They're spinning in turn 2. Unbelievable restart with 7 laps to go. Austin Hill is your race leader. Justin Allgaier was a car that's
Connor Zillage has got tired.
Connor Zillage rubbing on the right rear
turn one. Stillage led the first 67 laps from the pole. He had dominated this race. Had a nice advantage when the caution came out with 11 remaining. And this restart gets him now can gather it up and run down the 21. Austin Hill trying to get his first win on a road course. There's a long lap to go, but that tire rub is dangerous. Hoping it can possibly clear itself as he goes over.
Unless William Swatskin can.
But especially down that straightaway, you saw the car was under tons of load. How much smoke was pouring from the right rear. Oh, we got a car spinning there.
Oh, there goes Sam Mayer.
Yeah, all right, sure. Let's just have another restart.
We go, still keeping it green. I think that they're giving the drivers a chance to drive away. This is going to be the one time where Austin wins that road course race, but he didn't even have to bump anyone out of the way. He just got a big push from Carson Cuopo, who's now fifth. And Jack Perkins is in fourth place. Wow. Damn. The 18 got. Who was that? Was that the one car?
Total chaos throughout that entire lap. And the other thing to think about at the front of the field is Sawallich is now under attack by his teammate Jack Perkins. But if Sawallich could get up there and win this race, how that would change everything. When you think about the playoff cut, 5 laps to go, Hill leading but not pulling away. And
Come on, Jack Perkins. Oh, there's the one. I was wondering. Well, drivers just need to make it through that. It's that first corner that's always that gets everyone. I think that was Allgaier that got spun back there. Damn. Oh well, they weren't. It's not like they were gonna win anyway. Hey, hold on, Jack Perkins. You're. Are you? That 19 is stuck. Carson Cuopo up to third. Wow. Man, he was doing so good today. Dang, the 19 sitting there on purpose.
Still no caution from NASCAR. Battle for the lead coming down the back straightaway. And I would say, how close can Zilic get to turn 11? And what kind of run can he generate off the turn 12?
Caution.
10, 11, and there is the caution for the day. This race has erupted. Unbelievable.
Man, he was doing so good today.
Here's what happened to Jack. Just got off too far into the dirt. Tries to get back on the racetrack. Then gets ordered on his tires. The track's dirty offline there. Didn't have the grip. And then once you get in the grass, downhill, that whole portion comes to a stop and isn't able to get it refired. Well, this restart worth another look. Just an incredible jump for Hill.
see him right here on his new Honda. He's locked up. Literally no safety. Odds over the curves there. Checked out there for a second. That could have been big contact. But the presence of mind right here from Zillage, who overshoots it, knows that he's got to pay the debt, weaves through the A-frames perfectly, and keeps himself in the game. Really smart. There's the center. Getting spun out by Carson Quapple, and there's just so many cars going through such small space.
The track is not bad. It's just the track is not a bad track. I think the racing is good. It's just that the restarts are going to get chaotic, and also when everyone's going for the same piece of real estate to that first corner, you know it's going to be chaotic. So it's not a bad. It could be worse. Well, this is definitely going to be a quick yellow. This is going to be overtime.
Down into turn one, pretty opportunistic moves, I would say, from some of that. That really netted a big loss from the seven.
And we said we could get another caution, and that would be big for Shelby Creed. Here it is, fourth caution of the afternoon. First car one lap down, the double zero. He's running 29th, but he gets the free pass back on the lead lap. So every spot on track is a point. And if he can go out and pick up some positions on what could be the final restart, it'll really help him create some cushion going to next week. As it stands now, he's plus 65 over the cut line.
And one of the things we see late this race is it's so enticing to go deep into that turn one braking zone because you have so much opportunity to make that position. But you have to remember, you also, at the end of this race, the brakes in these race cars have been abused all day long. They've lost braking potential throughout this day. So now you're asking the car to bring the lanes you brought out all day. The track is dirtier on the inside, offline, like we're waiting Swallow twins, and that's why we see so much contact. Drivers being overly aggressive, the cars not quite having the same potential they had earlier.
Damn, because of all this chaos, Alon Day's back up to 13th. Austin Green, damn, all three Jordan Anderson racing cars are 9th through 11th. Sammy Smith is 5th. Jesse Love's Brand Pulse 15th. Joey Hands up to 17th. All right, not bad, Ray. Kyle's.
And now here in this final stage, a couple of cautions have bunched things up. The restarts have been entertaining. The man that's dominated going to have to come from behind, and he'll do it in overtime. Try to do it in overtime.
Actually, as a matter of fact, Matt DiBenedetto is actually back on the track, but he's 20 down. So far, this race is. The racing has been all right. It could be.
Started to go wrong, he could overreact slightly, damage the race cars, and be overly aggressive trying to get back to the field. But to take a breath, be mature about your reaction here, and understand you have time. You are the fastest car. That damage to the right rear does not cut that tire down. There's plenty of opportunity to get back by the 21 on this restart will be important for him. And just his development as he goes through his career, knows that these moments will happen in NASCAR racing. It's sort of the design of this sport, is to create moments like this, and late race restarts are definitely a part of NASCAR racing. You have to do the best you can to collect your thoughts, react accordingly, center yourself, and make sure that you lead back to what you do so well. He drives very fast. He's very fast at these race tracks, on these road courses. He can get that by the 21.
We referenced the fact that college football comes your way next. And this is a good one. The campuses of Washington State and Idaho separated by 8 miles. So needless to say, they are familiar with each other, and they want to walk away with bragging rights. Coverage begins on the app, CWTV.com at 10:05 Eastern Time. Kickoff set for 10:15, and we'll get you to Pullman as soon as we're done here in Portland, Oregon, where we're going to overtime with the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And a big finish coming. Let's go to Kim.
Yeah, and on that 88, that tire up seems to have worked itself out, but Connor did come on the radio and tell the team the right rear just feels like it smokes. He's got no drive off on the left-handers, no lateral. Now, Chrissy Marty Lindley has been complimentary on his effort all season long, talking about how he can compensate
We've done 10 straight weeks without overtime, and now in back-to-back weeks, we're going to get an extra session. You know all about how it ended last week. We'll do it again here. And a reminder of the overtime rules, 2-lap shootout. And if the leader comes around and gets
I think we should be going back to green this time by. So yeah, as always, I'm going to do a reaction video to the finish as per usual. I might cut the video short because I just want to avoid copyright. Oh, the 91 is in this field. Because I swear. Oh, I need. So you're going to sit here and tell me. I swear. Did I miss the 9? Yes, the 91 is in this field. And it, yep. So, Mom, Josh Williams is in this race. He's in the 91. I thought it was for next week. I'm like, how am I missing? It's 21st. Oh, yeah. I knew something was kind of off about the I knew something was a bit off with the leaderboard.
It was playing out there, it looked like his opportunity had come and gone, and now he gets another chance to go make something happen. As we said, a win right now doesn't change much for Hill or Sellers. I mean, they're going to go to the playoffs. Same for Carson Walker. Carson wants to win and be his first career victory would be enormous. I don't understate that, but he's going to go to the playoffs regardless of the outcome here today. William Sawalich is not. His only path to the playoffs is to win. And probably win here because I'm not saying he can't win next week at St. Louis, but a much tougher hill to climb when you consider the experience difference there. He's been so good on the road courses, and he's got today circled as
Still haven't gone green. What the?
Let's get an update on the 1 o'clock. Here's Dylan.
Yeah, let's chat with crew chief Andrew Overstreet calls the shot. So you were the one that kind of shoved the 21 to the lead there and got him at least out in front of Connor. What's the directive on this restart, and how do you approach that from an aggressiveness standpoint?
Well, we know that we're in a good spot as far as playing points, but Carson needs to have this opportunity to go race for a win. He's worked really hard all year, and we've had some bad luck. It's like he's put in a lot of work to get ready for this moment. He's been surprisingly good at all the road courses. So we've had a solid day in this Bass Pro Shops Clearance Technology Chevrolet, and I know just go there and win this race.
I'm gonna record this reaction on my old phone and see what it does.
So he's going to try to race it clean and try to bring it home for a win.
Good stuff, thank you. Andrew Overstreet calls the shots for the 1, and we'll see what these drivers got as he goes for his first win.
Talking about JR and teammates, they were 1, 2, 3 last week at Daytona. They got 3 cars in the top 5 prior to choose here. Let's go back to that last restart. Revisit it one more time. Right, this is you see the cars fan out, and it's that shorter distance that William Sawalich took there and outbraked himself a little bit as he was trying to protect against the 41 to Sam Mayer. That caused a lot of the play. We saw it down into turn 1. As you hear the rear wheels locked up, wheel hopping, sliding that car all the way in, stopped by the 88 of Conzilla. That desperation that you'd expect from a guy who has to win if he wants to make the playoffs here for William Sawalich. And a great move by Conzilla to do the correct move there through the A-frames. They come out second. Hey, what kind of advice do you want here if you're a driver? How much coaching do you want from the pit box, from the spotter stand saying, hey, think about this, maybe try that, or do you just want to be alone with your thoughts to process things before you return to the green flag? Honest answer, nothing. I want to just be in that car thinking through, unless you have something that I couldn't see that could help me in terms of how I'm going to tackle this restart. Maybe it was something in terms of what lane to choose or something like that, but otherwise.
So yeah, I'm going to record my old camera and see how it works out.
advantage for sure. Just the distance there and that where the restart is in that final corner, and it's easier to get a better shot from there. But as far as the choose, there's no problem with that. But as we've seen, if that from that outside lane, what happened there, where Austin Hill was able to match the launch of Connor Zilic and then get that push from the car behind, it really comes down to who's going to push you as you get on that long front straightaway.
2 goals here. Number 1, get the race lead.
Let's see if this delicious show.
Back to the white flag so you don't have to deal with another restart.
And do not outbreak yourself.
All right.
Very easy.
NASCAR overtime in the Xfinity race at Portland. Let's see who gets it. Oh, Austin Hill. Here we go. Back to green. Oh, dang, chaos in that corner. Holy. Damn.
His run on the front straight and giving opportunity to almost every car around him. And now Zilic just wants to get back to the white flag because at that point he knows the next flag ends the race and he doesn't have to worry about any more restarts.
All right. White flag, 1 lap to go. He got cucked out of the lead. Damn it. Sawalch is never going to catch him. There's no way. There's no way. Wow. Yep, it's over.
Through all the chaos, the rightful fastest car of the day gets back to the lead, and that is Connor Zilic.
8s are wild in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Yep, the 88. Wow, the 88 is going to win again today. Off the final corner, and Connor Zilic once again wins on the road. He does it at Portland. Wow. And Sawalch comes up 1 spot short. Sanchez 3rd, Eckes 4th, and Austin Hill 5th. Wow. Wow. Damn. Austin Hill so close. All 3 Jordan Anderson racing cars finish in the top 10. That's something you don't see every day. Here's the research. Yeah, the 21 spun on its tires on the. Yeah, the 21 spun his tires on the restart.
Gives so much room for Connor Zilic to go through those A-frames and come out the leader.
Youngest driver to reach 8 wins.
Damn, that 88 is unstoppable.
He's got the rears locked up there, Connor Zilic, so he's going to miss the corner.
Damn, I feel bad for the 8. Shit.
And NASCAR has worked through this section over the years that we've been coming here in the Xfinity Series to try and find the right design for these A-frames in certain countries to slow down cars so it's not an advantage. But between sort of the lead he had there, the amount of speed he had, And the congestion of all these cars 3 and 4 wide into 2, it netted him out of the lead. Twice this year, Connor Zillage has won 3 races in a row. 6 the last 7.
Damn.
7 start on a road course. He's won 5 of them.
And he's undefeated. He's a little rough, but man, it wasn't that rough. It could have been worse.
They won 8 in a row dating to last year.
It is what it is.
Good day for Connor Zillage, and it's a good day for his teammate.
That 88 cannot be stopped.
Carson has clinched the spot in the playoffs on points.
Yeah. Hey, Alon getting Joey Hand get a top 10, so that's a good. Wow. Well, this camera held up.
Justin Allgaier got back to the top 15. Unofficially, he sits 20 points behind Zillage in the regular season standings. When he hit it there, he was maybe for the 4 race. Zillage going into the final race of the regular season. That's a major comeback by the 76ers. What a season for Connor Zillage in the 78 team. They said it earlier, 19 years old and going to cup full time. Sometimes in a lot of drivers you see that might be too soon, too early. They're not ready for it. For everything we've seen out of this young man, he absolutely showed up less than a year ago in the Xfinity Series, racing at Watkins Glen. Started on the pole, won the race. Full time this year. Took him a little time to get his legs under him, but his summer has been red hot. 13 consecutive top 5 finishes. That matches Carl Edwards for the 2nd most all time. I think he's going to go to the roof hatch.
Go through the roof hatch.
Took a page out of your book for last week. It's a safer choice, let me tell you. I think he was the one that picked you late at Daytona that yelled to me to do that. So, it's definitely his style celebration.
Oh, Brian Rockwell fan. Everything's good. Good.
Man, what can you say about this kid that hasn't already been said? Just so impressive. In the face of adversity again, somehow avoids all of the calamity and gets it done. With everything that went wrong on those closing laps, what was the most important thing for you to do right to end up here?
I just kept the track. I don't know. So proud of this WeatherTech Chevrolet team. I think this is our 4th win with WeatherTech on the car, and it's got a W on the hood, so no better thing to do than win with it. So yeah, it was really cool. Our car was as fast as Xfinity World all day, and to come back 2 weeks after collarbone surgery, it hurt, but it hurt so good. So here we go.
Right on cue.
Hurt so good. So yeah, it's awesome, man. So proud of this 88 team. It's been such a fun year, and let's go get ourselves a championship.
You got through the barrier matrix so quickly there on that final restart. Was that something that you had thought about, and if you had to get through there, how you were going to get through there most efficiently?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I ran it in practice, and I was like, man, it's not really that slow. So yeah, I as soon as I hit the brakes, I don't know how I wheel hopped, and I kind of just committed to it as soon as I knew I wasn't going to make the corner, and it worked out. So I wasn't really planning on it, but last resort, you got to do what you got to do.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Connor Zillage, a winner again, 8th victory of the year for the 88 car. He came in tied with wins in a rookie campaign with Christopher Bell. He's now the best rookie all time. 8 victories for Connor Zillage.
Wow. Well, at least he managed to climb out of the car without fall. Yeah, Connor Zillage cannot be stopped on the road courses, no matter how hard anyone tries. Well, as much as I don't like Austin Hill, I'll give him some credit. He was a few laps away from trying to win a race for once without shipping someone into the corner or wrecking someone. But yeah, I to say, but that last caution kind of dicked him over. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And just think, William Swalch is. I feel like we're at the. I feel like I've started to notice lately that Swalch's season's starting to slowly turn around, and now it's at the point now where he could win at any given time. I can just it's gonna happen. Trust. So yeah. I mean, to be fair, he was my top pick to win. So let's see how he handles the Roval. Let's see how he does there, because he hasn't raced there yet in NASCAR. So let's see how that goes. So yeah. Man, look at this top 10. So Zilch wins, Swatch second, Sanchez third, Christian Eckes fourth, Austin Hill fifth, Carson Kvapil sixth. He's locked in. And how about this? All three Jordan Anderson racing cars finish in the top 10. Top 10. This has never happened before. I don't think. That count, the 32 counts, even though he's part-time. And Jesse Love 10th. Here's the rest of the top 20. Takuma Koga gets a top 30. Okay, not bad. Damn, that was a shame for Jack Perkins. He was doing so good. I think his first two starts in NASCAR have all been shit. Goodness fuck. And unfortunate for these guys back here, like Will Brown, Matt DiBenedetto, and all that. So yeah, overall solid. Race was solid. Could have been a lot better. Got chaotic there at the end, but that's just how it is. Well, on to tomorrow now. IndyCar at Nashville and the Cup race at Johnson. So with that said, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed today's race. I'll see y'all next week for the Xfinity Series at Gateway. Can't wait for that. I've never seen them race there before. So with that said, I'll see y'all then. All right, bye everyone. Peace out, y'all.